you guys? So this video's been wild so far, but I got another special surprise for you all right now. So there's actually a real estate billionaire who lives out here in Scottsdale that got rich buying real estate with other people's money. How did he do that? Well, we're gonna let him explain in just a second, because I'm about to go to his house right now to figure out how he became a billionaire off of real estate and how you can do the exact same thing. So let's go meet the legend himself, go see what he has to say. What's going on, Ken? How you doing, man?
So how are you?
Good to see you, man.
What's going on?
Good to see you, Ken.
You good?
Yes, sir. We're all good, man. You look great.
Feeling good.
How much real estate do you own today?
10,000 units, about $2 billion.
$2 billion would it be? How did you build that portfolio up that big?
One by one, man. It wasn't strategic. After a while, you kind of figure it out, but I started with just one.
So as a guy that's amassed billions of dollars in his career, what's the best financial advice you could give to the younger generation?
I would say your circle of friends is bigger than your paycheck.
So you got to surround yourself with the right
100%. That's the big thing.
But if you're starting out and you don't have credibility, how do you build those relationships with the right
So
people?
there's people out there that will help the young people. Trust me, that's how I got there.
How does somebody get your attention?
Well, they came up to me, and what I did the same thing. I went up to a mentor of mine, and I met him one day, and I said, he's got 6 kids. I go, how are your kids always around you all the time? And he was rich too, right? And he basically did a business plan on his family and his business.
Right. Did you come from money?
Oh, no, of course not.
So what was your turning point to financial freedom?
It started with mentors. It started with reading books and mentors.
So mentorship is not a scam.
100%. No, in fact, I've never paid for one my entire life. You can always find somebody, that person. You know who they are too. Right. When you walk into a room, you know who they are.
Yeah,
right?
They kind of have that aura.
You walk up to them and say, hey, can I buy you a cup of coffee? And they almost always say yes, especially because most young people don't have the balls to do that. If somebody walked up to me, and I've done this already, actually. I was up in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and I was at a country club at a golf event, and the lead singer of the band was literally singing. He said, I read your book. Would you meet me for a cup of coffee? And I met with him, and now we're fast friends. I met his parents, and he's bought a whole bunch of real estate.
So after this interview, you're going to let me buy you a cup of coffee?
Absolutely.
I've interviewed over 30 billionaires. I've learned that the richest people in the world, they play a different game. I want to ask you about taxes. What's your best tax hack for anybody in business when it comes to buying?
Oh, man. I got one right now,
Give
actually.
it to me.
No, I don't want to give it up to you guys. All right, I started a new company. It's a media company for billboards. So billboards qualify for what's called a land improvement. So they're not actually real estate. So they qualify for 100% bonus depreciation in the year that you buy them. So we're in the process right now of closing a huge deal where we already are buying them right now. I'm buying a half a dozen between Mesquite, Nevada and Las Vegas, but then I'm buying 28 more next year already in contract.
This is game right here.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
You basically get 100% write-off, and you get massive cash flow, and they're long-term holds. These are 25, 30, 40-year leases.
So what is that one trait that you see in the most successful entrepreneurs in today's world?
The C students run the world, the B students work for them, and the A students are the doctors, the lawyers, and the CPAs. And that's basically how the world is.
I'm going to assume you were a C student.
I was a C student.
You were?
I was. So I always had to fight harder, right?
So when it comes to leveraging other people's money to buy real estate, what do you mean by that?
Sure, it's really simple. I had to learn the system, and I didn't know the system at first. So here's the secret that nobody knows. When everybody gets their paychecks, they put that money into the bank. So all of a sudden, the bank has a problem. It's an expense for them. They have to pay you interest on that money. So they have a problem. They have to lend it back out. So it's the same thing with insurance, pensions, retirement. Wall Street just takes all the money from Main Street and then they lend it back out to guys like me. So that's the system. So once you understand the system, you just step out of the system and then you use it for your advantage.
You know they don't teach that in school.
100% no.
What is the worst financial advice you hear on a regular basis?
Save money.
Save money.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Why? You can't save your way to wealth.
Well, think about this. If you're saving money and you're making 1 or 2% in the bank and inflation is what, 2, 3%, you're going backwards.
Right.
Period. Because that money is eroding due to inflation.
How old are you now?
64.
64.
Yeah.
You look good for 64.
I am. I know, baby.
If me and you died tomorrow and you had one more message to leave with the younger generation, what would that be?
Find a great mentor. Find a great mentor. Somebody who's done it. There's a lot of teachers and a lot of gurus out there. You know, dig deep. Find a real person that's really done something and pay close attention to them and listen.
You got amazing advice, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time, and I appreciate you.